Hey everyone, welcome back to Scalar. This is Aman and I hope you all are doing good. Today, in this tutorial, we are going to build rock, paper and scissor game. So the basic rule of this is like scissor beats paper, paper beats rock and rock beats scissor. So this is the basic rule and let me show how it looks initially. Initially it's like this, select one to play. I can select any of these three. Let's start with the scissor and I have selected scissor, computer has selected paper. So obviously I won, right? So this is how it works. You select one, computer will select one and it will tell you who has won, right? So let's just start it. Start with creating our HTML file, CSS file, and last but not the least, script file, that is JavaScript. First of all, let's have a boilerplate. Give this title rock, paper, scissor. Okay, so let's discuss how we can create the structure. If we look here carefully, we will observe there is a one big container. Inside this we have heading, select one to play, then we have these three icons, right? And after that we have again heading and again two icons, and at the end we have the result, right? So let's just have one container. um, Basically a div having class name container. Inside this, let's have a heading h2 of select one to play, select one to play. Okay, so far so good. Now let's have another container for our selection, or we can call it icon container. Inside this we are going to have three icons, dot icon into three. We'll have three divs of class icon. Great. I'm not citing putting icons here as of now. We'll put once the structure is complete. Again, now we have another container. Let's assume this we have one more container this much. Okay, so it's a selection. So it's a selection. Selection, yeah, spelling is right. Selection container. Inside this we are going to have two divs, one div for you and another one for computer. So dot u and dot for computer. Now we have a heading. Let's have h2 heading here. It's like here we have u and here we have comp, right? And inside this we have another icon. So let's have icon here and icon here as well, right? Cool. And last container is going to be result, or we can call it scoreboard, or let's just have a result, right? So yeah, structure is completed. Let's go live and see how it looks without styling and icons. So this is how it looks. Let's just add icons. For that I'm going to go fontawesome.com/icons. Okay, hand. Now we do have hand here. It's a paper, right? So before that, let's just have font awesome cdn so that it's a link to our project. Click on the copy link tag, add it to our project. It's added, and pick, first of all let's have hand, paper one. Let's have it in the second. Now hand rock, we have this hand rock. After hand rock, I think we have scissor, right? Scissor. Okay, here we do have this. Let's put it here. Okay, let's see. We do have three icons, right? And put some icons here as well after u and comp. So let's put scissor as of now. It's going to be static as of now, so I put it here. And inside result, let's just have h1, or instead of, yeah, let's just have h1 inside this. and say you won or draw. Hmm. So yeah, structure is completed now. This is how it looks. Now let's move to style our rock paper scissor game. Make sure to link your CSS file. Link style, not script, style.css. By default to all, margin 0, padding 0, box sizing border box, and font family sans serif. Okay, let's take our container to the center by giving its parent display flex, align item center, justify the content to the center itself, and give it some height and width. Height is 100 vh and width 100 vw. Let's see how it looks. So yeah, this is how it looks now. Let's come to the container, and I think spelling is wrong. Container, give it some height and width. Let's see. Give 600 pixel, 600 pixel. It has, if you focus here, it has some box shadow as well, right? And background color, um, I think it's light gray it is. Okay, give some box shadow. Offset from x 0, offset from y 0, and let's give 10 pixel and 1 pixel. The color is Bollywood. Okay, this looks good. And yeah, now what do we have? We have icon container and h2, icon container h2. So let's just see to our h2, give some padding, 1 rem. Okay, and padding to the container as well, 2 rem padding. And RH2 or text align to the center. It is in the center now. Cool. So far so good. Now let's go to icon container. First of all, display flex. So it is in the 1 row. Increase the font size to 5 rep so that it looks bigger. Cool. Give them with 100%. 100%. Now I can use the justify content to space evenly and align item to the center. This looks good. Cool. And if you notice here, while hovering on it, it gets it scaled out, right? And notice here, not all of the icons has this effect, only the icons which are inside icon container. So I can just simply go here and say icon container dot icon hover, transform, scale it to 1.4, and the animation is happening at a faster pace. So I can just simply say here to icon container or in icon, rather than giving font size 5 rem to container, let's just give it to icon only, so that it gets applied to these icons as well, right? And the transition effect, let's give it all 0.5 second. Okay, this looks nice now, right? Cool. And to our icon container, give it height 40%. Okay, cool. Now let's come to the selection container dot selection container. It has two things, right? It has u and comp. So let's just give it display flex. Good. Width 100% to this as well, and justify the content to space around all space evenly. Good. space evenly. And one thing, to our icons, so just give them color Bollywood. Cool, this does looks good. mm. And at last we have throw, that is h1. Text line it to the center and give it some height to like 40%, or remaining height we have given to this. Even though I don't give it any height, it will take good 40% of all the height. I've given icon container 40%, and let's just give to our selection container 30%. 30%. Okay, this does looks good. Our styling is completed now, and in the next part of the video we'll be implementing the logic, like we'll be implementing the functionality. When I click on this, when I click any of the uh, choices which I have, how it works, coding the JavaScript part, that is like adding functionality, right? And I have linked the JavaScript file here at the bottom of your index HTML. Let's come to here. Okay, first thing, what we want, let me just refresh it. Okay, and you will notice here, initially we don't have uh, the u comp selected one and the result, right? This is u comp, we don't have any of this right at the starting, so I'm removing it from our index.html. Okay, I'm just copying it, I'm just taking it out, and I'm pasting it in the script.js at and I'll be using these two. Okay, I've just removed it, and remove one more thing, that is result, right? So what exactly happens, we get result, right? You select one, okay, and the computer selects one. There's two things, and the results come out on the basis of the choices you and the computer has made, right? So first thing we want is to add event listener to each of these three icons, right? So let's just select these three icons and add event listener to that. uh, Let icons equal document dot query selector all, because we are going to select all the icons here. Icon container dot icon, I have all the three icons here, and I am going to loop through all i's icons dot length I plus plus for each icons. Each of these, I'm adding event listener of click run these function. Okay, so here I've added a event listener. Let's see what happened. Let's just log I here. Okay, let's just simply log I here. So if I'm clicking on this, 0 is console, 1 is console, and 2. So just focus here, I'm going to use this I. When I is 0, that means rock is selected, right? When I is 1, it means paper is selected, and when I is 2, that means scissor is selected, right? So, and how am I representing these on the UI? With the help of this classes. If you focus here, this classes, right? Hand scissor, that means scissor it is. And if I give the class hand, just hand, if hand it's a paper, and hand backfit it's a rock, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a 2D array here. 2D array here, rock, first we'll tell rock and its corresponding class. It will have its corresponding class. You will get to know its significance once it's completed. Another one is paper and its class, it's just simple hand, right? And the last one is going to be scissor, and its class is going to be this. Okay, now based on the I can based on the I can get I know what's the choice of player, right? So let's just have, let player choice is array of I 0, because at 0 index is 0 index, I have choices, that is rock paper and scissors, basically name of the icon. And at the first index, right, at the first position I have the class corresponding to that selected emoji, right? So player. Now let's get choice of computer. Okay, so before that let's have a random number. It's going to be mat.random from 0 to 3. 3 is not included, 0 to 2 basically. And just get it slow so that we don't have a number in decimal, right? Let's console this random choice here, console.log ran, and see, it should be in between, it should be 0 1 2, right? uh, Console 2 cannot read properties of 0 of undefined. I is 0 1 2. Okay, I have not closed this here. It's closed, right? Let's see. 1 2. Do I have two console? No, not one. So you can see the value is just 0 1 and 2, right? We are getting the random value in between. It's either 0 1 or 2. So let's get a computer choice. Let comp choice, it's going to be array of random at 0 index. Now we have player choice and computer choice. Let's see, player choice, comp choice. Let's see these two. Player choice is scissor and computer choice is scissor as well. Player choice is scissor and computer choice is paper, right? You can notice here our choice is scissor, but the computer choice is changing. Sometimes it's paper, sometimes it's rock. So now what are we going to do? We are simply going to get these choices on the UI, right? So we just simply need to do this. For let's select the selection container first. Let selection container is going to be document dot query selector selection container. We do have selection container. Now we just need to put these this index, this HTML code inside our selection container dot inner HTML. Okay, using backtick string literal. Let me just uncomment this and okay, I will paste it here. Okay, as of now it's fixed. It's every time it's going to be showing scissor no matter what I select or computer select. So we just need to update these thing, this class, right? We just need to update this class. It's going to be array of I is player choice, right? And first index, at first index we have corresponding class. Let me close this. So this is why I created this array, because for each emoji or rock paper scissors we need corresponding class. So I am using with the help of first index, right? Similar here, here I'm going to use array of random, that is the computer choice of first index. At first index we have class, and close this. Let's see. Okay, I have selected paper, it's showing me, and computer has selected rock. Again it's changing, right? Mine is fixed, and if I'm changing, computer selection is there, my selection is there. Okay, this much is complete. Now come to the result part, which is who is the winner, right? Who is the winner? Now let's move to the result part. So let's just have result here. Its class is result. So document dot query selector dot result. We need to update the inner text of result, or it's inside h1. So let's just have h1 here as well. Need to update the h1. So initially at the starting of design video of this game, I told you that this is how the game works. It was paper beats rock, scissor beats paper, and rock beats scissor. So if this is the scenario, then you are winning, otherwise computer is winning. So first thing is like this. If player choice equal computer choice, so that means it's a draw, right? You can just simply say result dot inner text, it's a draw, right? Let's see if it's working at the draw. It's a draw, and it didn't not show us draw here. Let's see what's the error. Draw is not defined. Okay, it should be a string and a capital one, uppercase. Okay, let's see, it's a draw. So draw is there. Now let's talk when we are the winner. Else if when are we winner? When we have selected player choice equal paper, okay, and computer choice. Remember I told you paper beats rock, it's rock. This is the first case when we can win. Okay, let's talk about another scenario. When player choice equal uh, scissor, and computer choice is equal computer choice is paper, so again we win. Last one is last scenario is when player choice is player choice is rock, and computer choice is scissor. So in this scenario as well, result dot inner text is going to be you win. We are the winner in this case. As I told you earlier, paper beats rock, scissor beats paper, and rock beats scissor, right? And if at else at last result dot inner text is going to be computer. Winner is the computer. So let's see, draw, cool. Computer has win cause paper beats rock, and we are the winner because rock beats scissor. So this is working fine till now, but you can observe one thing here. If you observe very carefully, it takes some time, right? It takes some time before showing up the result, but in our case it just shows result immediately, right? We don't even know if it's updated or it was the last result. So for showing or for showing a delay, what we can do, we can use set timeout here, and let's just write this much code in another function. That's game logic. Just write it game logic and paste it here, okay, and it will be expecting I here, right? So we'll be using set timeout. So we will be passing a function here, which will be which will be running after this much time, okay. So after 1 second, let's just run this function after 1 second, and we are going to pass game logic, but we need to pass I as well because our choice is dependent on I. So we cannot do it like this. If there is an we need to pass, we can pass it as a third one. You if you read here, set timeout handler, time handler, and then timeout, and at the last arguments any. If there is any arguments, we pass it as a third one. So I passed it here. Let's see. You can notice the delay is here, right? Second one also delay, but before the delay it doesn't empty here. Basically before the next result, the first one does not go away. Observe here. So what we can do, we can simply just set our result dot inner text as empty, and selection container dot inner HTML empty before running this. So let's see. Okay, cool, cool, right? It's showing us the result and it's similar to this, right? So the project is completed. Before saying goodbye to you, I have an assignment for you guys. You can see it's working fine now. Our project is working absolutely fine, and I just want to show you something, or it's a kind of assignment for you guys. Okay, what if I change this let to where? Inside for loop I'm using let, and what if I change to where and try to run this? Okay, just observe in the console, it's showing us error. It's not working. Our project is not working, right? And if I again change it back to let, it will start working again. So yeah, this is your assignment. Do leave the reason in the comment section, and if it's right, I'll give a like button. I'll give a like to your comment. Okay, and please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Bye.